Hello, vlog family! Dan and I are currently making the drive back home after our vacation. It is Sunday. It's about 3:15 in the afternoon right now. We're in Virginia. We just got into Virginia. We've been taking a kind of slow drive. We're probably like, what, 2.5 hours away from home now?
Ballpark.
But we had gotten done eating lunch and then hopped back onto the interstate, and within being on the interstate for 2 minutes, I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. So we took the first exit, and it took us to the middle of nowhere in the middle of the mountains, and we came across this really cool little town nestled in the mountains called Bluefield, Virginia. And I'll go ahead and start rolling some clips here because we were just driving around. We found a bathroom at a McDonald's, but then we ended up just driving around because they're just the architecture and the buildings, and it was just, oh, it was so beautiful. So I started just filming a bunch of it so I could show you guys. But the scenery is beautiful, the architecture is breathtaking and gorgeous. We've been just sort of driving around looking at everything, and just this town is just like nestled right in a little like bowl of the mountains practically, and it's a really cool little thing. So now we're just retracing our steps to get back onto the interstate so we can actually go home. But it was a fun little discovery that we made. Hello everybody, it is Monday now and we are back in the Carolinas at home. We're just on the way to go exercise for the first time in nearly 2 weeks. We did a little bit of running, and by we I mean Dan did a little bit of running, and
I did it with you. It was fun.
Maybe like twice.
Yes, and you set a new record for your mile.
But that's the thing, I'm not convinced that around Baker's Lake is a full mile.
You're not convinced,
I'm not convinced, because it was way too easy to run that. And I don't feel like it was legitimate.
Okay.
So I thought I set a new fastest time for a mile, but I don't think I actually went a full mile, so I'm not getting my hopes up. But so we're back to it after enjoying our vacation. After we got home yesterday, we got home probably about 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and we both just crashed. And we ate a little bit of leftover salad that I had from when we stopped to eat supper, and that was really about it. So we've already gone grocery shopping today. We got our car, the state inspection done for it. We're gonna get license plate renewed, all that fun stuff.
And the oil change is my favorite part.
Oh yeah, we got the oil change. That was exciting.
Yeah. Love that.
So yes, it's very good to be home. We're making enchiladas for supper, and we need some cilantro. And I asked Dan today if we needed to buy some cilantro, and he goes, no. And I go, what? He's like, look at our cilantro outside. So I come out here, and this is what our cilantro and our parsley is doing currently. Look at that, it's a forest. So all of this right here is cilantro, and all of that craziness is parsley. So I'm gonna cut some of this, and we're gonna enjoy some fresh cilantro with our enchiladas, and it's gonna be delicious. I just went to turn the timer for our rice, and this is what I did to it. I just completely ripped that off without realizing and broke that. So, I mean, if you ever wanted to know what the inside of one of these little timers looked like, there you go. I didn't realize my own strength, apparently. It was probably actually just because I was so excited to cook again.
That's
probably what it was. So I was very excited to cook.
Yeah.
I think we both are very excited to cook again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, real excited. Real excited.
No, as much as we loved getting to eat out at the fancy places that we don't usually eat out at, and getting to spend time with family and friends that way, we did both really miss like cooking and cooking lots of home-cooked meals and doing it regularly. So we're both very excited to be back into doing that. Look at those. I really need to do something about this table. Much better. Hello everybody! It is Wednesday now, It feels so strange being back home. It's wonderful to be into a routine again, but there's nobody around. Like, it's just me and Dan again. And it's relaxing, but it's really strange. Tattoo update. Get all my hair out of the way there. Basically healed. You can see it now. The red still just has a little bit of like gross scabby stuff, but yeah, basically healed. Doesn't really hardly hurt anymore, which is great because pain in the butt every time I went to just lean against something on my left side and my arm almost fell off. So that's wonderful. That video will actually be up. The whole video of getting my tattoo, the process, my thoughts during the whole thing, all of that I'm making into a video of itself, and that will be up the Wednesday after this vlog goes live. So Wednesday the 24th. And today my video went live of the story time of me telling some of my most gullible moments, and I'll put a link to that right up here so you can check that out. But my mom has already watched it and has laughed hysterically and has already corrected me on one of the stories about a minor detail, and I just told her that it was because it was such a traumatic experience. I just don't remember it correctly, apparently. But go check out that video to see what I am talking about. Now I am going to probably be getting ready to cook here pretty soon, or get stuff prepped for supper. We're having sausage pasta and butternut squash, like a kind of little just combination of those 3 ingredients. And it's insanely easy, but insanely delicious. So I'll probably just show you how we throw that together quick, because like I said, it's super easy, but it is so good. Things are starting to go back to normal here. Not a ton is going on, but... Oh, I repurposed some of the Halloween decorations that I used for the Halloween goodies video that I posted with Kristen, and all of this is still there. That's all just been staying there. I don't think I'm gonna actually move any of that. But let me see. I can turn a light on so it's not as dark in here. Well, that didn't work. There we go. But these little, like, boxes, I repurposed. There's orange mints in there. I went ahead and put one right here when you come in. That I thought it kind of just gave that a little bit more of a spooky vibe. Not really. I'm trying, and ignored the dust. You don't see anything there. Oh, and look at this adorable little owl. Look at him. He's just hanging out. You can't hardly see him. It doesn't want to focus on him. Focus on me. There we go. So this little owl is like a little carved owl out of stone, and Aaron gave him to me, and I love him, and he's adorable. So he's just hanging out next to my succulent owl, and they're just little best buds. So they're doing their thing there. The other little box is over here, and I filled that with candy. We usually have like a little basket that's just has all of this candy in it, but I got rid of that for the time being and put it into this because this is more spooky and festive. And then I used one of the trays just to set it on. So it looks kind of cute. But that's really as far as I got with the spooky stuff for Halloween. I should put a little bit of the cobweb spider webs around Lithos over there. Lithos, you want to be spooky? Hello everybody, it is Thursday and today is Dan's birthday! Yay! You can tell he's so excited about it. I am making myself a cup of coffee, and then Dan and I are going to get started on putting together some fajitas for his birthday dinner, and Edward and Yolanda are coming over to enjoy it with us. It's going to be just a great time, and any words from the birthday guy? Any words of wisdom? You know, another year older, wiser.
Let's see here. You'll have to read about it in my book. Sorry.
Apparently he's making a book. News to me. I will put his blog in the description below so you guys can go check it out because he has a blog now. He gave me a funny look. Okay, Yolanda's gonna sing Happy Birthday to Dan in Chinese.
I want to be the backup dancer.
祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。
Yay!
That was happy birthday in Chinese.
Happy birthday.
This is the cake that they got us.
It's a moon cake.
Moon cake.
It's
All
a
right,
bit late, but
go for it.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, it does feel like I'm cutting into a fig Newton. All right.
I was trying to describe it to them.
I guess it's sort of like a fig Newton.
Yay! Okay, I'm ready to try this.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello. It is Friday now. I am sitting down working on getting some video ideas and scripts sort of hashed out, figured out. I have all of my Wednesday videos planned through January 2nd. Now it's a process of getting them figured out, the details, figuring out exactly what time I need to be scheduling to do things for them and all that fun stuff. But I realized that the other day I talked about the, it would have been Wednesday, because Wednesday was when we made it, the sausage, pasta, and butternut squash meal, and I was saying how it's super easy to make and it's super delicious, and then I proceeded to not show you any of it at all. So I warmed up myself some leftovers of it that I wanted to show you, and it really is just a super, super easy meal. It's literally like we just take like tricolor rotini and you boil it, cook it. We get the sausage, you just cut it up into the little discs, and then you just sort of warm it up, get a nice little crisp around the edges of it in a pan, and then you take a butternut squash and you dice it up and you cook it in a pan for like 10 minutes, and then you add some salt and pepper and you add basil, and we like to use fresh basil, but we went on vacation and when we got back our basil plants were angry at us for being gone for 2 weeks. So they weren't going to give us any of their leaves. So we had to use dried basil, which is fine. It's still just as delicious. But then you just add all of that together, mix it all up, and then you can put a little bit of Parmesan, sprinkle it on top, and that's it. It takes like 30 minutes start to finish. The most time-consuming part about it is cutting up the butternut squash. But after that, it's just, it breezes through. It's so simple and it's delicious. All right, it is a few hours later. I have been busy editing. I have my October 31st video totally edited, ready to go. I just have to, at some point tomorrow, upload it and schedule it. And I also have my November 7th video all planned out, exactly what I'm gonna do, and I have like a little script thing for it ready to go. So I will just have to film that over the next like week or two. But I think that is a pretty successful evening, so I'm going to reward myself by eating some leftover enchiladas and watching sports with my husband.